Welcome everybody, my name's Jono.
My name's Nathan.
And we're from Glenmore Park Anglican Church. We're starting up a little series of podcasts called Just Ask. Today we're going to be talking about something. We're going to title it, Bad is the New Good. Helping us think about these things today is Craig Hamilton. Hey Craig.
Hey.
Craig works at our church.
Right, so what does the Bible say about sin?
I think the way that the Bible talks about it is that it's a relational category. It's about us and our relationship with God as people. We reject Him in the way we live our lives. Maybe we do it really overtly and consciously and say explicitly, God, I don't want you around. But I think often we do it more implicitly. We don't even mean to do it. We just reject Him, don't even think about Him, aren't even concerned about Him. But in the way we live, it's a rejection of Him. And I think too, the way that then plays out in our lives is as we reject God, we try and find something else to replace Him with. And that can mean sometimes that it's another person that we replace Him with and make them the be-all and end-all of our lives. Sometimes it's like an obsession that we would have. Sometimes it is, say, drinking or sex. Not that those things are bad in themselves, but as they come to replace God in our lives, they become bad things. And in the same way, if I treat myself poorly in the way that I act towards myself, think about myself, if I'm hateful towards myself and self-destructive and all that kind of thing, then He cares about that too, because He cares about me and how things go for me. And so, when we sin against, whether it's against other people or against ourselves, God cares about that because He cares about people.
What are some of the consequences of sin and of breaking that relationship with God?
Yeah, I think there are consequences, and there's lots of ways to think about it. One way is that when you do something against a person, say you punch, if I was to punch Jono, then that's bad.
It is bad.
Yeah, and we would all agree on that.
Yeah.
But if I was to, say, punch a policeman, there might be something about that that's fun, but that's much worse, right? I'll get in much more trouble punching a policeman than punching Jono, even though I've done the exact same physical activity. And then if I was to punch, say, Julia Gillard, the Prime Minister, it's the same action, although the consequences for that will be much worse. And the reason why the consequences are worse, even though I'm doing the same physical action, is because of the greatness of the person. And so if God is real, and if He is of infinite greatness, which I think He is, then the action that I do against Him is infinitely bad. And so therefore, if I've done something that's infinitely bad, then it requires an infinite punishment.
Okay, so how do we avoid those consequences?
If you try to avoid the consequences by doing something yourself, you're just doing more of the bad things that you were doing before, leaving God out of it, rejecting Him, and trying to do things your own way. It doesn't actually solve the problem. If the problem is that I've rejected God and try to do things my own way, then the solution can't be reject Him and try and solve this my own way. The solution has to be, well, what is God's solution to the problem? And the solution is Jesus.
No worries. Thanks heaps, guys, for your thoughts there. That was great. Look, you can ask questions about the things that we've talked about if you like. There's a website, www.justaskgpac.com. Thanks, Craig. We'll hear from you next time.
Cool. Thank you.